cup the phantom. Shit like they get dirty in the sand like the sandbox. Put them in the headlock, bricks. Break them down and shit me no licks. The anthem. Dirty cup the phantom. Shot like they get dirty in the sand like the sandbox. Put them in the headlock, bricks. Break them down and shit me no licks. All star. And you know that we the y'all, we them gods. Can't fuck with them other niggas, they some frauds. On God, try to hit, we gon' fix ya. Glock with a switch, ain't gon' miss ya. Glock with a switch, ain't gon' miss ya. Hit, and we gon' hit your lip. You wanna play, we gon' fix your shit. Dio on my pants, it cost 2 bands just to get this drip. Walking with a look, can't see this Glock, it's wasted on my hip. Fans wanna take my pic, camera out my face before I hit that shit. Nigga not in that mood, fuck it. Go buy some shoes. Got your bitch in nude and she cute. She dressed in fruit. She messy too. And I'm a messy dude. The anthem. Dirty cup the phantom. Shit like they get dirty in the sand like the sandbox. Put them in the headlock, bricks. Break them down and shit me no licks. The anthem. Dirty cup the phantom. Shot like they get dirty in the sand like the sandbox. Put them in the headlock, bricks. Break them down and shit me no licks. Pull up so slow,
they see the reverse flash. So cold I had to freeze
the whole dash.
Slide my way out, shooting splash. Bars for days, they call me a drinker. Lock the game down like a sinker. Flow on and on, it's a no-brainer. Camouflage till we ash. Laying files while they dropping trash. It's like a zombie scene when we leave the booth. Wireless bars, I call it Bluetooth. Small circle, have them all stumbling. Money coming in, straight tumbling. Pull out and spray, like here's payday. Mathematicians, adding stacks up. Technician, cause I'm on a mission.
Now let's see how that weighs up.
But you're serious, okay?
It
So
does work on your subconscious.
Let's say I go to bed at night, and
that is the most
doing
powerful
this stuff.
part. That is your power sector. Your subconscious is your body's North Pole. So once you connect with your subconscious and flood it with what you want, it will start manifesting it out to the world that you see. That is the seed of life, your subconscious, which is the origin. That's where your soul is.
Yeah, I got. How do you how would you know what your subconscious is thinking though? I mean, because that's the part you don't know anything about most of the time. At least I don't. Most of the time. So
that is how the hypnotists hypnotize people. They keep flooding whatever they want to get you with. They'll flood it to your subconscious because your subconscious catches everything. The more that you see that particular word, the more that you're going to gravitate to it. But if you hypnotize yourself by listening to the hertz, listening to your affirmations, listening and writing your own music, you can send your energy where you want it to go compared to somebody else just putting that word in front of you and your energy is gravitating into it, wherever that is.
Yeah, I see. I got you. Okay, well, let me ask you this now. I was in a pretty bad car wreck in 1992, and I had a compound fracture of my left leg. It broke both bones, and they come out the skin. Okay, and it still gives me a lot of trouble to this day. So to take away that pain and everything that it's causing from it hit a nerve. The bones hit a nerve on the way out, and the nerve thinks it still hurts. So how would I? So I would just go to bed. I would think about healing my leg. Is that what you're saying?
play healing affirmations to get you started. And if you want to write out your own affirmations, just say I will. If you want to manifest like a house or something, a car, or whatever lifestyle you want, I will manifest uh, whatever it is you want to manifest. That's the sentence you will put in front of it.
Yeah, so and this, it's what it sounds to me like, a lot like anyway, is that when a person prays at night, or whatever you pray for, if you don't believe that you're going to receive that gift, well, you won't. And that's kind of what this sounds like. You're saying you got to believe it, and then while you're doing this other stuff, it will manifest. It will happen. Have I got that right?
Yep, that's
Oh, all
when the
right.
church did it. They knew this information from my ancestors, and that's the secret.
How long is this? You talk when you say ancestors. How far back does this go? You think
Before Egypt, our real
before Egypt? Man, that's a
ancestors.
long. Okay, that's been a long time before Egypt. You talking about before the pyramids and all that, right?
Before the pyramids, before the gender wars between the matriarchy and the patriarchy. Egypt was the first patriarchy guideline. Like before, there was a goddess. The North Pole
Okay.
is the goddess, and you have the father and the son. And what those three represented is this energy that I just described, or that Tesla described, which
The three
is
six nine.
the mother, which is the nine, the father, which is the six, and the son, which is the ground, or the three. So the mother is the
Oh wow.
plus. No, the mother is the minus because she birthed the planet. The father is the plus because he gave the energy to the planet. And the son is the ground because he's a mixture of both.
Okay, I'll tell you what, man. I got to do a whole lot more listening to you. On how often you gonna do these shows
A
where you
lot.
explain this stuff? Okay, because I tell you, I need a whole lot of education on this. I mean, a whole lot. And I know, Citizen to go to Brother Sanchez, and I don't doubt what he puts out a lot of good information. I've never watched him, so but I don't know what kind of guy he is or anything. But listen to you, I don't know how I could get any more detail than what you're explaining here. But I'll definitely be listening to you. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
I didn't know you knew all this, man. I mean, you fooled me. I thought you was just a bunch of raps running around.
I'm still that.
But you more, I know, you can't lose the raps. And you added one professor rap. So, yeah, I knew you had a smart rap, now a professor rap. That's above smart. So, but anyway,
Amanda,
I'm
you're
definitely
right.
gonna be
When your
trying.
brain, when you sleep, your brain is still very active. That is your subconscious, your subconscious brain.
Yeah,
And when you sleep to
I'm.
when you listen to sleep affirmations, you basically telling your subconscious brain what you want. So as you sleep, it's entering your subconscious, and it's entering in your world.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people. That's how they read books is when they go to sleep, and regardless what the book is, you can read that book and actually retain it, or at least some people can. I don't think I could because I'm too hard headed, but I know a lot. That's what they say. A lot of people do and can do is learn while they're asleep. Even foreign language, you can learn another language or whatever.
You could, if you listen to it enough in your subconscious, because
I just want
that's
to.
that's the cloud brain that Apple gets cloud drives and stuff from. That's your cloud.
Really, whoa! Now I tell you that blows my mind. Now you said this is where Apple gets the cloud from.
The
where
cloud
they
drive
store their. Really? Well, I'll be
off the
damned.
subconscious. That's your
I
cloud
wonder how
drive.
they ever thought of doing that. Because so they've been looking into this themselves. Then I mean, they would have to.
They have to.
They've known about it for
They
a long time. God.
they studied the matriarchy energy, and when they created the patriarchy, they just put the man where the woman is and took the woman out of the picture.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, who is the out of the two, out of the matriarch and the patriarch today in our world? Which one is the most powerful, or which? So the mother, the matriarch, is still missing, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in the model that they give, they just replaced the
Okay.
Great Mother with the Holy Spirit and put the Great Mother second instead of the origin, the birth. She birthed this planet, but the Father gave the seed. So they both even.
Okay.
Because without the Father, you wouldn't have us. And without the Mother, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't have no
Wouldn't
place to roam.
wouldn't have an Earth.
Wouldn't have an earth.
Well, see, that's kind of like what I asked CM one night about. What came first. I mean, it seems to me like the Earth would have had to been here first before, or either that or we were all here at the same exact time as when the Earth was formed. I'm talking about humans and animals and all that, because and it seems to me like the Earth would have had to been birthed first.
You
But I
would
don't know.
think. Because they had to live and create the environments for the animals to live.
Yeah, and you had to have the trees. I mean, you had to have stuff they ate, for them to
Then when you
survive.
look at trees, they are the reverse of a human.
I've heard that I don't know how many times, and I have trouble with that, getting it in my mind how a tree. What do you mean it could be the reverse?
You know, the breathing way of a human,
Mm-hmm.
its lungs is the reverse of the trees, branches, and its leaves. The reason why is because the tree is exhaling oxygen and inhaling carbon dioxide. The
Yeah,
human
yeah,
is
okay,
exhaling carbon dioxide and inhaling oxygen.
okay. Yeah, I see
And the
exactly what you're saying.
tree doesn't move, but the human does. And they always say that we have family trees in the human's
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah. Man, I'm surprised you can. I would have never thought of that if you hadn't said it. That's right. The tree of the family, or the however you put that, family tree. Oh, I heard, or I've read in the Bible, not only in the Bible but other books too, to where humans once lived as long as the trees. A tree can live, I guess, thousands of years old, depending on the tree. And in the Bible, it talks about people that live to be, 1,000 years old. Or I think Methuselah was just a few years short of 1,000 when he died. Well, he didn't die. It says God took him. I think it was
That's
Methuselah.
that can happen if we living under the right circumstances and we in tune with our chakras and have this knowledge that is being blocked from us, and we can
Uh-huh.
live a longer period of time. I don't know about 1,000, but you can live a couple hundred.
Yeah, 1,000 might be a little bit too long. I mean, just think, if you live to be 1,000 years old, you could be 400 and you'd be a teenager. Man, you'd still be having kids and everything, and your wife be 300 or 400 herself. That'd be something else now. But that's definitely what it says in the Bible. Talks about people living that old. And there's a lady, I can't think of her name right now, but she talks about not only about the Bible, but she, the stars and everything, and how they've aligned. And she says that this is her, saying that we're about to go back to a period to where we can live as long as the trees like we once did. And I don't know myself, and I've been trying to figure this out. If that is because of well, somewhere along the line, if you believe in the Bible, it tells you about God removing that where we were living as long as trees, and He made it 120 years. That men would only be 120 years old at the most, and then they'd die. And the reason for that, according to her, is because of all the poisons they put in our food, and the poison in the air. Just about everything you do today is poison to your body in one form or another. And so she's saying when that is removed, when all this crap is going on nowadays, and if Trump is successful in what he's trying to do, and I think he will be, regardless of what it is, and I'm not sure what he's trying to do myself, but I think he'll be successful in it. But if it's like she's saying, that means we would go back to living, 400, 500, 600 years apiece, simply because you're getting all the poisons out of the air, out of the food, and stuff like that, out of the water. Well, they put fluoride in the water. They put chemical, the strongest fluoride they can find, or that is made in our water.
Yep, that's
And of
true.
course, it's supposed to be good for the teeth, but I don't think it's good for the rest of the body, especially not when you drink it.
And then water uh is the one of the strongest ways for the frequencies to hit you. Like when you listening to your frequencies, whatever's water is on the inside, that's also important as well. If your water is tainted with the other chemicals, that's going to cause an imbalance because it's not pure water.
Yeah, well, it almost have to be. I mean, there's no way that any of us today could be drinking pure water because of all that. I mean, they've got it all poisoned, to one extent or another. And not
So
only
the
that, but
one
when
that's
they,
less poison is the one that you should be drinking. And
yeah,
then
and I don't know
listening
which
to
one
these
that is.
frequencies will purify your inner waters, but you wanted to have it as close to pure as you need it. And listen to the frequencies, and the frequencies will clean the water.
Okay,
Because
so
it's
what
similar
you're saying,
as to going to the North Pole to purify it. Because the North Pole is going to purify it. When it goes to the North Pole of the planet,
yeah.
everything goes to the north to purify and cleanse. And then the crown chakra of the planet, where the sun and moon is what's spreading out that clean energy to the world. So when the planes fly across and do the chemtrails, they're contaminating the clean air that just was purified.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about that. That's for sure. It's kind of funny. I think the way they've been looking at it is, well, we tried every way in the world to kill these suckers, and they're still living. They're not dropping like flies. Enough of us are dying, but not as many as they want. And so I guess what they're doing is trying to, with the chemtrails and all, is they're trying to speed up the dying process. And then with the coof and all, I guess it's the same thing. They're trying to speed up the dying process.
I can see
I don't
that.
know, but I tell you what, a person you would have to put on a lot of different music or whatever you call that every day and every night to cleanse yourself of all this stuff. And then you would have to keep it up even after that because it would come right back until all this is taken care of, if it ever is. So